Well, there's a world of difference between companies and protocols. And I don't think our industry fully understands or appreciates that. And what ends up happening when you follow a Silicon Valley move fast and break things approach is that you end up making a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes get encoded in the protocols or the standards that you write, and then you just have to live with them for decades. Like JavaScript is a great example of that, and TCP/IP is a great example of that, where we just kind of rushed stuff and they didn't really have the foresight to imagine how and where these things would be used. And I always viewed these systems as systems of social scale. They would be vast. There's a great book that was written out of Cornell, Networks, Crowds, and Bits, and it talked a lot about the intersection of marketplaces and game theory and the whole peer-to-peer economy and also the rise of the internet and how these three things are coming together in just the right configuration that it's going to fundamentally transform society. And this is a very prescient book. It came out in 2011, so really before the cryptocurrency revolution got big. But basically it said, look, it's going to be interdisciplinary. Whatever decisions are made as these networks grow, we're going to have to live with for decades. And it's going to be pervasive in that it gets into every aspect of your life. So it conquers privacy, identity, and it's going to have influence of your vote and your right to commerce and your freedom of expression and so forth. And so I thought, well, no one is qualified to do this themselves. You need a collective of people who come from different backgrounds, a different thought process, and you need to marry those people together with some grounding, so an economic function or a commercial function. But at the end of the day, you do need to have objective checks and balances. And so it made a lot of sense to me to embed the heart and soul of development in a peer-reviewed process, especially given that computer science has a pacing that's much faster than mathematics or physics or these things, where sometimes it takes years to go through the referee process. Through the conference system, it really didn't feel like it would slow us down too much to write a paper, go through the peer review process and review it, especially if the implementation time of the papers is in months to years. It's like you're kind of parallelizing effort in that respect.